English, 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 learn English with us. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to English with Professor S. I would prefer to be with you in class, but unfortunately, as you know, we're in a second lockdown, so I can't be with you in person. But I thought maybe I could use the time that I have to spend at home now to record video messages for you so I can still talk to you, you can still hear me, you can still hear some English. And this way I can also give you some explanations for English grammar and vocabulary and so on. I think those video messages are a great idea because you can watch the videos as many times as you need them until you understand everything. And it's just much easier than video conferences because I know some of you might not know how to use the camera or Teams or Moodle or whatever. So I'm just going to send you video messages and I hope that's okay with you. By the way, I know I'm wearing glasses. Don't freak out. Usually when I don't have to leave the house, I wear my glasses at home. And when I go to school, I usually wear contacts. Don't freak out. I'm still the same. Yeah, this is just me with glasses. Okay, let's go. So we are going to start with Unit 5 today. And if you've had a look at the book, you will know that Unit 5 is all about London, a very great city. We will talk about London later, but before we do the exercises and read the texts in the book, I will explain the grammar for you. The grammar of this unit is very easy. But to help me explain it to you, I've invited my friend Gabriel Ghost. This is my friend Gabriel Ghost. Are you doing okay? Yes. Okay. Well, he's here to help me explain the grammar to you. And the grammar of Unit 5 is relative pronouns. Now, what are relative pronouns? Well, do you know, Gabriel? Okay, Gabriel, I'm going to explain it to you too. So relative pronouns in German would be, do you know? Relativpronomen? Good. In German, we would say Relativpronomen. And I'm sure all of you know what Relativpronomen are, right? Good, so Relativpronomen are also called bezügliche Fürwörter. Also Wörter, die sich auf andere Wörter beziehen. Ich gebe euch mal ein Beispiel auf Deutsch. Wir haben hier 2 Sätze. Ich sehe den Mann. Punkt. Der Mann trägt einen Hut. Punkt. Wie kann man jetzt diese 2 Sätze miteinander verbinden und einen längeren Satz daraus machen? Denn Gabriel und ich, wir wissen beide, das sind zwar 2 gute Sätze, aber die sind beide sehr simpel und sehr kurz. Und ihr seid jetzt schon in der 3. Klasse und ihr müsst mir langsam zeigen, und auch Gabriel, dass ihr längere Sätze bilden könnt. Jetzt überlegt mal kurz, wie könnte man diese Sätze verbinden? Klar könnte man einfach sagen, ich sehe den Mann und der Mann trägt einen Hut. Das ist aber kein Relativpronomen, es ist einfach ein Bindewort. Mit einem Relativpronomen würde der Satz so aussehen. Ich sehe den Mann, der einen Hut trägt. Man könnte auch sagen, ich sehe den Mann, welcher einen Hut trägt. Das Wort der oder welcher ist in diesem Fall das Relativpronomen. And in English we have the exact same thing. These are the 2 sentences, but in English. I can see a man, full stop. The man is wearing a hat, full stop. 2 very simple, 2 very short sentences. What can we do to connect the 2 sentences? Gabriel, can you tell us? That's right. The longer sentence would be, I can see the man who is wearing a hat. The word who is our relative pronoun. I will give you another example. I live in a house, full stop. The house is very big, full stop. How can we connect these two sentences? I'll let you think for a second. I live in a house which is very big. Okay, now why can't I say I live in a house who is very big? Do you know, Gabriel? Okay, well, I've invited another friend. He's called Marcus Mushroom. Maybe Marcus can tell us why it has to be which in this case. Because it's an object. Very good. In this sentence, we cannot use the word who because the word house is an object. Okay? So, if the word that we are referring to, also wenn das Wort, auf das wir uns beziehen, keine Person ist, sondern ein Ding, ein Objekt, ein Gegenstand, dann müssen wir which verwenden. Okay? So, we use who for people and which for objects and animals. But Marcus and I, we both know that there are even more relative pronouns. Another relative pronoun would be that. The word that can be used for both people and objects. So we could say, I can see the man that is wearing a hat. And we could also say, I live in a house that is very big. Okay, so who is for people? Which is for objects? That is for both people and objects. But there are even more relative pronouns. The next relative pronoun is what, Marcus? Whose. Very good, it's whose. This one right here. Whose, in German, we would say dessen oder deren. Also es zeigt uns Besitz an. Okay? Example sentence. I have a sister whose favorite movie is Titanic. Auf Deutsch übersetzt, ich habe eine Schwester, deren Lieblingsfilm Titanic ist. Okay, das Wort deren oder dessen würde man übersetzen mit whose. Anderes Beispiel, another example. I live in a house whose windows are very big. Ich lebe in einem Haus, dessen Fenster sehr groß sind. Okay? So, the word whose can be used for people and object as well. All right? But there are even more relative pronouns, okay? For example, when and where. We already know the two words when and where as question words. Also als Fragewörter kennen wir diese zwei Wörter schon. Now, these words can also be used as relative pronouns. For example, this is the place where I was born. Das ist der Ort, wo ich geboren worden bin. Another example would be, December is when people celebrate Christmas. Also Dezember ist, wenn manche Leute Weihnachten feiern. Okay, is everything clear? Yeah? Okay, Gabriel and Marcus, let's summarize what we've learned today. Relative pronouns, Relativpronomen, sind bezügliche Fürwörter. They help us make a sentence longer. And there are several different relative pronouns. For example, we have who. Who is used for people. Which is used for objects. That is used for both people and objects. Whose is used to say dessen, deren in German. And when and where are like wo und wann in German. So we use them for place and for time. Okay, thank you very much, Marcus Mushroom and Gabriel Ghost. You've been great help. So next time I will talk a little bit more about grammar or maybe a little bit about London, and maybe you will get to know some more of my friends. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in an email. and I'll see you next time. Bye.